Working homicide. Do you know your husband's whereabouts or dealings on Thursday the 2nd?
So I couldn't tell you for sure.
Would Brian have any reason to hurt Mike?
I don't think so. They're friends.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you made me so mad. He made you so mad. I was like, oh well, you know, he didn't care about what I had to have or what I needed.
A cold-blooded murder caught on camera. A fire chief who went from hero to zero. A friend who murdered another friend, execution style, over a dispute about money, less than most of us make in a single year. A businessman murdered in his own auto body shop. His body found days later hidden under a tarp-like vehicle cover, a fact that signaled to the cops that the killer was likely someone who already knew the victim. An interrogation room confession given when, according to the killer's appellate attorneys, the killer was suffering from voluntary intoxication and lack of sleep due to insomnia. Two legal questions are raised. Should the interrogation and confession be tossed out due to the suspect's alleged condition? And when someone is shot execution style, is that automatically premeditated first-degree murder under Florida law? Hi everyone, my name is Maya, and this is our deep dive into the Brian Keith Easterling case, which regards the June 2nd, 2022 murder of Michael Evers in Pensacola, Florida. In this video, we will talk about a murder that was caught on surveillance cameras. The murder of a businessman in Pensacola, Florida, inside of his business, a car repair shop/garage. You may be familiar with Pensacola, Florida, a military town in Escambia County, Florida, with beautiful beaches and near the Florida-Alabama border. Near Pensacola, there are other small towns that are not beachfront. Next to Escambia County, Florida, to the east is Okaloosa County. There are several beautiful beaches in that county as well, but the towns we will be talking about in this case are more inland. One is called Baker and the other is called Holt. The bad guy in this video is a murderer who, until he committed the murder in this case, was a well-respected public servant. He was the fire chief of Baker, Florida. He lived in another city next to Pensacola, Holt, Florida. The fatal shooting of Michael Evers took place on Thursday, June 2nd, 2022 in Pensacola, Florida, at Evers Auto Body Shop on Creighton Road. Surveillance footage, which we have, captured the pair entering the shop. After some interactions inside the shop, where Michael appeared to be talking about some repairs he was making to a vehicle, Michael turns away from where he was standing and starts walking in the direction from which the pair entered the body shop. However, almost in an instant, Brian pulls out a gun and shot Michael in the back of his head. Thankfully, the video does not show gory details of how this murder happened. Otherwise, we would not show it to you. But it is important evidence in the case. The video then shows Brian walking out of the shop, apparently looking for something. He then takes the victim's truck keys and phone and leaves the shop. But first, apparently in shame for what he did to his friend, he covers Michael's body with a tarp-like vehicle cover. He then leaves the scene in Michael's truck. The body was only found 3 days later. The cops were called to do a well check on Michael. The video was a key piece of evidence in the murder trial, and its content was important for the appellate court as well, as it considered the argument of Brian's appellate lawyer that there was no evidence of premeditation to support his conviction of first-degree murder. In this series, we will cover Brian's interrogation and other police interviews, including the interview of Brian's wife, who was shocked to find out that her husband was a murderer.
Who else see her? My name is Josh King. I'm investigating the Escambia County Sheriff's Office. Working homicide. Do you know your husband's whereabouts? Thursday the 2nd. Do you know your husband's whereabouts or dealings on Thursday the 2nd?
So I
I couldn't tell you for sure.
What time do you think you got off work on Thursday?
I had my grandson because he was at my work. He dropped him off at my work, so I had him.
Yeah, Brian did?
I'm trying to think. I don't
It's okay. You're okay. Okay. What time do you
He
think?
does sometimes. I don't know what time that was.
Okay.
But I went and took him for ice cream with my grandson because I had promised him that. And then we went to Walmart. And then I came home.
What time do you think Brian got home that evening?
I'm trying to think. It's all such a blur.
Okay. Is there any particular
He could have
reason?
been after me, I think.
Okay. Is there any particular reason why he wouldn't be driving his truck that day?
He said there was a scratch or something Michael had ran into a mailbox.
You say that Michael had ran into a mailbox? Okay.
And he had to take it to see what Mike could do or something.
So Brian was driving Michael's truck.
I didn't see him drive it any time. That's what he said. Because I was home with my grandson before him. I know I was. Oh, before he came in.
Has your excuse me. Has your husband had any financial problems lately or anything?
I know he was working with cars with Mike.
What
They were supposed to. They sold a car.
They sold a car?
That's what I was told.
Do you know of any issues between Mike and Brian? Would Brian have any reason to hurt Mike?
I don't think so. They were friends.
Saturday, did y'all get to Atmore?
Yes.
Okay, what?
Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What was the reason for going to Atmore?
He just wanted to go.
He just wanted to go. Did y'all go to the casino?
Yeah.
Or okay. So you went to the casino on Saturday. Do you know anything
We
about?
just didn't have grandkids on the weekend, which is unusual, so we had to do stuff like that.
Do you know anything about Brian contacting Glenn and asking him to pick up a car and trailer?
When? What?
That would have been Saturday. They contacted him, asking him to go pick up a car and a trailer. It's a '67 Mustang, gray. Looks like the Eleanor car from Fast and
That
Furious.
in the garage, yes.
You had it in the
I
garage?
think it was in the shop.
Okay. How long ago do you think it was back there?
I don't know.
Okay. How long have y'all been married?
Almost 20 years.
Does Brian usually keep his business dealings to himself?
He's very finances, everything.
Okay.
We get in fights about that because I said I need to know things, and he always would say he has separate accounts like for his cars and things like that. But I know he said he went to, that's what it Friday, no, Thursday, he had a meeting. He said, "At the fire station, that's why." Because I tried to contact him when I was at Walmart. And then he contacted me back later, like 10 minutes later or something. Might not even been 10 minutes. I don't know.
Did he not answer? Or?
It was a FaceTime. But a lot of times, if he's at a meeting or something, he can't. And then I realized, oh, he's at a meeting. This was stupid of me, you know? But I don't want to bother him.
Do you have any idea about what time that might have been that you were at Walmart?
Receipts. I mean, I would say it had to be somewhere. It went from the time I got off work was like 4:30 or 5. Well, no, I got up a little early. No, it's about 5. And then, so I would say like 6:37.
Has anybody shown you any pictures or anything this evening?
I don't know.
Well, it's a picture of an individual. And I want to know if you can recognize this individual. That's Brian. So, I'm sure.
Do you have a trash can?
And right before you asked for a trash can, you said something. What were you gonna say? Okay.
This is unreal. I just don't know what.
Now I'm sure you have a ton of questions.
I know. It's like I don't want to know because I feel like I know you're gonna tell me something bad.
I've told you, who I work for and what I do. And has anybody told you what Brian's warrant's for? I secured a warrant for murder this afternoon signed by a judge for Brian's arrest. And Michael Evers in Pensacola was the victim. I don't know yet. I haven't talked to Brian yet. I've talked to his friends. And I talked to him. Does Brian own any firearms? I mean, a few or a lot. I know some of us, especially living out here in the country, have quite a few.
I can't tell you exactly. He always wanted me to have one and shoot, and I just didn't care. Yeah, I just don't like guns.
I understand that. Does he usually carry a firearm on him like most of us do?
Yeah.
Do you know what it looks like that he usually carries? Does he carry it in his pocket or in a holster?
It's a holster. No, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I can't believe this. Why would he wouldn't do. He yells at everybody. They were friends. I don't get it. I don't understand. Like grandbabies.
Okay.
Colonel, you'll be happy. Sure.
Yes, ma'am. The whole thing's on video. The whole thing's on video. No, I understand that this is by far probably the most difficult day of your life. I completely understand. And that's the problem with things like this. Is not only does it destroy Mike's family, it destroys your family also. And when I talk to Brian, if he gives me a reason why, I will let you know.
It's Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
Yes, ma'am. Thursday, he met with Mike. And then Mike went back to Mike's shop. We had Brian on video at the shop. It's just him and Mike. Without going into too much detail, both of them enter. The incident's caught on camera. Brian leaves and takes Mike's truck, which has a trailer and a Mustang attached to it.
Mike Everett's truck.
He leaves Michael's truck there. He actually parks it down the road, and then he takes the Mustang and the trailer to Milton, drops it off, takes Mike Everett's truck back to the area of the shop. He gets Michael across the street's truck, drives it back, and then yesterday he contacts Glenn. And asks Glenn if he'll go and pick up the trailer and the Mustang. And the trailer and the Mustang's at Glenn's property right now.
And the Mustang is the one that has been in our shop.
The 67 Mustang.
And
Yes, ma'am.
It's so stupid. There's got to be something else. There's got to be more.
And I'm going to talk to Brian and see if there's more. But yes, ma'am.
And he's worried about taking our friend Jude to the airport in the morning because she needs to go to Japan to see her family. She hasn't noticed either. And she doesn't speak English well. And there's nobody else to take her. Why would he do that? Why? I don't think he did.
And I don't have a reason why he did. So. Want to step out and get some air?
No, I just don't know why. What happened? I don't want to know.
I can tell you what happened. I can't tell you the why. So.
Sure nobody else was there or anything.
Yes, ma'am. And like I said, the whole thing's captured on camera.
Why would he do that? Why?
Mike Evers has cameras inside and outside of his shop. The picture I showed you of Brian was as Brian was walking into the door behind, into the shop behind Mike Evers.
There's something else there. There's no reason. He would not just do that.
And if I find out a why, I'll let you know.
Skip. he was saying how Mike was even invited us on their boat to go out for Memorial Day. And I said, well, that's nice of him. And he said we could. And I was like, no, we got too much at the house. But yeah, so many people.
Darla, I'm gonna have you step out here so we can, it's a little bit warm in here, and I don't want you to get sick or
I have anxiety. So
no, I understand. Do you take anything for it?
Yeah. I don't experience this every day.
No,
So
I understand. No, everybody's in shock this evening. No, even I.
Michael across the street, it was his truck. Did he know? I mean, I don't understand.
No, he
Did he have a scratch on his truck?
no. Brian told Michael that he needed to borrow his truck on Thursday because his truck was acting up, and that's why he borrowed it.
Didn't do it.
Well, let's step out here. We'll get you some water and get you cooled off a little bit, okay? What's your wife's name again?
Janice.
Janice. I'm gonna let Janice come in here and talk to you. Obviously she's upset.
She's destroyed.
So the only reason, the only question she had for me is a reason, why? Why? And I told her, I said, I can't tell you the why. The only person that has the answer to that is Brian.
Yeah.
So that I think it'd be better, coming from you than coming from me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You can sit there.
I'm sorry. Oh no, you made me so mad.
He made you so mad. What happened?
He was supposed to pay me that $25,000, and he didn't. He told me he had to put $30,000 in the bank to cover for Mako.
You told me that he was
Yeah,
hurting.
he was hurting but it's always an excuse, always for an excuse.
But what did you do?
I just lost it. It just made me so mad. You just blew me off like I'm not important, and just totally just, it's like, oh well, he doesn't care about what I have to have or what I need. And then it was just rage. I was just so mad.
But if you didn't have your gun, you wouldn't have did.
I know. If he would have told me he didn't have it, I wouldn't even have went over there.
So why'd you take Michael's truck?
Because I was gonna have it. He hit the mailbox, and I asked Mike Nico if he would paint it. That's the only reason. But it wasn't. I mean, Mike said it wasn't that much damage, so I just
left him.
I know.
What'd you
I
do?
know.
You just shot him?
I just panicked. I was just so upset. Because he just like, listen, I know, I'm sorry. I ruined everything. I lost my temper, and he wasn't gonna just belittle me. It was just rage. I'm sorry. I left there, when we left Mako, he said he had money at his shop. So we were gonna swing by there, and then I told him I had to go to my meeting. And then when I get there, he gives me this sob story and this and that. And I was just like, this is bullshit. It's like he takes advantage. And then he's like, I owe this person $9,000 and I owe this person $25,000.
That's why I thought it's not you.
I know, it's not me, honey. It's just my rage. I just was like, because there's things I want to do, but I can't do nothing when.
What were you thinking?
Nothing. I wasn't. This is my rage. I'm sorry. I know. But please, just listen to me. I know. I'm not worried about me. I deserve whatever happens to me.
It's all up.
I know. What do you think? I'm not gonna ever get to see my kids or my grandkids or you. But please.
How did you do that? He was your friend.
I loved him like a brother.
Why did you buy his car?
What's that?
Why did you buy this car?
Well, because I got money in that car.
Did you take money after you? What
Did
you do?
No, nothing. He didn't have any money. He didn't have anything. So I don't know why he tried to tell me he did. I know.
They're so sick. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Just get your dad to help you sell everything. And
Brian.
I don't know. I can't take it back. After that second, I didn't know what to do. I panicked.
What did you do? You just shot? You just pulled your gun out and shot him?
It was just rage. He turned his back to me and just like, and I just snapped. Honey, I'm sorry.
We've always talked about people doing stuff like that now, crazy and what ruined people's lives.
I know.
But
I just lost my temper. I never have done it before. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like you just jerking me around and
now you feel so guilty.
I'm so sorry, honey. I'm so sorry. But just take care of yourself, and if there's nothing just try to take care of yourself and the grandkids, and just tell everybody I love them. But please make sure somebody takes June to the airport. I know, but somebody has to, because she can't take care of herself. It was it was just rage. And then once I did, I just panicked. I didn't know what to do. I mean, I couldn't.
This is a dream.
What?
This is a dream.
I know. It's a nightmare. I knew. I've never.
I know. You've always took care of people and helped people, and
I know.
understand this.
But I just wasn't going to be screwed over again. I just would not.
You. Now where are you? Now where are you at?
I'm gonna be in the jail the rest of my life. Just call your dad and explain to him. Let him know if you sell my truck, sell the camper, sell the house if you need to, and just take care of yourself.
I need to know, is there anything else I need?
What?
Is there anything else I need to know? This
No.
doesn't seem right. How did you come home and be calm? You just left.
Well, after I saw him, there was nothing. And then I was just like, what the fuck did I just do? I can't believe it.
You don't have rage like that.
What's that?
You don't have rage like that.
I just,
You never hurt people.
I don't. I've never hurt anybody before. But I just wasn't, the way he just talked to me, I just wasn't, I mean, he switched it, but everything was fine. And then the minute was just, I don't have the money, you know, I had to put money in the bank to pay for Mako. And it's just like I get lied to my face. And I feel like I get used in here. He's got all this money and we're supposed to have all this money and all these cars, but yet he can't pay me what he owes me.
You don't kill anybody.
What?
You don't shoot.
I know.
You didn't know he was dead. Did you leave there? You should have called the police.
Then why then I would have gone straight. I couldn't think. I just had to leave. I
thought
didn't know.
if anything asked me how self-defense, you couldn't just so unbelievable.
I just want to die. I deserve to die.
Even taking anything, medicines or anything different, or
I wish I could blame it on that honey, but I just blacked out. It was just rage. I wanted to hit him, but I don't know. I just grabbed my gun and shot him. But it had nothing to do with Michael or anything. It was just me. But when I was at Mako, I asked Mike to look at it, and he said that he could get it fixed real cheap, and just as a favor. But I was just gonna get it fixed and surprise Michael, and then it didn't matter what I drove. It had nothing to do with what I drove. I just didn't want to.
He told you he had your money?
Yes.
I thought you hadn't. I wish I'd asked more questions or done something to help you. It's my fault, I guess.
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I just wanted to make sure everything financially was supposed to come my way.
Why?
No, I don't know.
But I'm sorry. I know. I can't take it back. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. Just face me. But I know it's going to be tough on everybody.
Okay.
But
I'm shocked.
You deserve so much better. My rage, I just
Oh, well, you knew, because you knew he had cameras and stuff.
I knew he had a camera. I knew I was going to get caught. That's why I didn't do nothing. I wasn't going to try to hide it.
That's why I wanted to go this weekend.
But I just wanted to spend some time with you. I knew it was coming.
Real, Brian.
I know.
This is not happening.
I know.
I don't know what to do.
Just go to you have to go to your dad and let them help you. Get everything out of line. No, it's my fault. I was just trying to get provide for us, and I thought, okay, we're gonna be set. Mike's gonna pay me, and I have my money back, and then. And it was just a split second. I just was so mad. I was like, he's not gonna treat me like this.
That you just left him.
I know. And I'm so vexed. Well, like a brother, I trusted him.
He said his doctor's moving down here and he's gonna get to be closer with his grandkids.
And then he turned around and just like clapped in my face, just telling me that my needs aren't important, his needs, and here he's building more shop, and he can't even afford to pay his people at his work, and then he used my money to.
So sorry, it's not worth things.
I know it's not worth it. I just lost my.
I'm
It's just that rage. I just don't know. What?
Money is not. We could
I know.
have done stuff.
I know. I know.
And I don't have a clue. Where's it going?
I'll do it now. I panicked. I didn't know what to do.
Is there anything else?
No. That's it. Just sell everything.
I can't sell things. Oh, no, they're not.
Don't worry about me. I don't spend a dime of our
I don't
money
have,
on me. What?
I don't have anything.
What do you mean?
I don't have even no dedicated bank accounts.
I can get you all that stuff.
You can't.
They'll let me write all that stuff down for you. There.
Ryan, why is this okay with you?
What?
What is wrong? I asked you the other day, I was like, tell me something's not right.
I don't know. It was just rage. I didn't go there with the intentions. I mean, I was gonna take Kason over there with me. Show him the cars. I did not have any intentions on doing. But when he blew me off and told me that he had to use the money to put in the bank, and then there sat the Mustang that I got money in. I was just like, I'm gonna take my car.
I'm so sorry that you were so
That's
stressed out
stupid.
financially that you felt like you had to do that.
So many things that we plan on doing, and just
I didn't want you.
I know. Neither did I. But it just wasn't gonna be. Felt like
I feel so stupid for not knowing. I thought that was your radio coming off in the room.
What?
When they came, I thought it was your radio. I was like, open up in the room.
I knew it was just a matter of time. I wasn't gonna try to. You have to be strong. Call Amanda and call Kevin so they know what's going on. I know.
I'm not strong.
You can do this.
Probably just
I don't know. Maybe just don't worry. You have to take care of yourself.
Nobody needs me. You're a love.
You just have to take care of yourself, honey. And there's nothing. I'm done. And it was just split second rage, and I wish I didn't have my gun on. I probably would have hit him and gotten a fight, but I just wouldn't. It just wasted my time for nothing.
Like I always say, you try to do too many things for people, trying to please everybody, and getting pulled around every which way. But
I know.
still wrong.
I know. I let everybody down. I know.
Did you get your watch, Janice?
It's not good enough.
Listen, I have no reason. It was just this is rage. I ruined everything. I mean, I got my wife, I got 2 kids, I got 4 grandkids. All of them were just an instant of rage. But if he just would have told me, I wouldn't have even gone over there.
Like I told Janice earlier, it's not only, Mike's family that's, destroyed by this.
I know. He loves his daughter, and I love my like a brother, and that's why it hurts so. I don't know. It's just the rage. I even was gonna take my grandson over when we went the first time. But and then he canceled and said he had to go. He can go to Mako because his employees show up.
Why did you take his phone and toss it out?
I don't know. I just panicked. I took Michael's phone and
That's just something I thought of. Because his wallet's still in his pocket.
yeah. I wasn't there to rob him. I wanted my money. And then I just got angry. And then he just turns back to me and is, and it's like, fuck you, So, just the rage. I've never pulled my gun on anybody. But I don't usually carry it just to protect my family. Ruined so many lives.
What?
I said I just ruined so many lives because of my anger.
Are y'all in financial trouble right now?
Us, no. But I got cars that I wanted that I need money to finish, and he's supposed to pay me money on the car that was on the trailer, the 65 Mustang, and he just, but it seems like he always has money, I didn't even know anything about this other shop that he was building, and then he's like, well, I have a $50,000 draw so they can start building my building next week, and I don't have the money. I did have the money, and then he had to deposit $30,000 in his account on Thursday morning. And then if you would have just texted me and said that I don't have any money, then I wouldn't have went over there.
How long has he owed you this money?
Well, we were that car's since, I don't know, I'd have to look at the date on the fastback, and then this one probably since February.
Okay, so about 4 months.
4 or 5 months, yeah. But it it was supposed to be just a quick flip, but then he put it in the shop for some electrical things, and it's been in the shop, and he just picked it up Thursday.
Making excuses and stuff. No, it's so fun. I just don't understand.
I know. I don't understand it myself.
I mean, you help people. You're always helping people. That's what I always said. You need to slow down. You need to take time.
And everybody I've talked to, like I told you, I talked to Jennifer, I've talked to Quinn, I've talked to Michael. All these people, they're, they have nothing but, excuse me, great things to say about you, and and they can't believe it.
I didn't believe it. I've just never been so. Nobody's ever just disrespected me like that, and I just snapped.
What was it? Him turning his back on you?
Yeah, well, he's just like told me it was no big deal. Well, I'll get it. I got, he's got 49 cars, but they all got to be fixed, and he can't fix them, so it's just money just sitting there, And
we could use the money. We weren't
hurting, but I mean, I don't make a lot of, we used to just do 1 or 2 cars at a time, and it was fine. But then when his parents passed away, he inherited a bunch of money, but then he went and blew it all on all those cars that are just been sitting there for the last 6-7 years. And then I'm like, what are we supposed to do? We can't fix him, and he has no place to work in the shop. But I mean, if he just told me he didn't have my money, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. But just the way he talked to me, I don't know. I don't normally lose my temper that bad. I do have a temper, but I've never, like I've said, I've never pulled my gun on anybody or threatened anybody. But just the way he turned his back, and it was like, well, I've got to go. I've got other places to be. And I'm just left standing there.
What did you do afterwards? Did you go to your meeting?
I did. I was there. I made it to the station. I was just in shock. I just didn't know. I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I just wanted to take the car because I had money in the car.
We didn't need any.
Michael's truck he didn't even have a tow hitch on it, or a tread thing on it. So I was like,
It's just you, Brian.
huh?
Take that medicine. You had me pick up that medicine that day.
What's that?
You had me pick up your medicine. What day? Was it Thursday? Thursday.
Yeah.
I went to see this. Yeah. Have you been out of that? Have you been?
I think the medicine is just my temper, and I never felt that rage, And I don't know. I just I don't want to say, I did it, but I was just so angry because I just wasted all this time, because I went to Mako, and he said, he had to stay there because his stepdaughter had to leave. So
he always would give you the runaround.
Right, the runaround, and I was just tired of being in the runaround. I mean, when he needs something, I was always right there, whatever he needed, whatever he needed.
That's what I say. You always help everybody, and I just think he overwhelmed you or something. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense.
I know, it doesn't make sense. I couldn't make sense of it myself, but it was just a reaction that I regret, and I'll regret it the rest of my life. I didn't go there intentionally, and I mean, like I said, I was going to take case of him, but then he canceled on me. So then we turned around and come back, and then and I thought he was just making excuses, but then he said that he just had to stop by his shop, and then he's like, just poor me, and I didn't like being just let on and then not come through. So, but it was I don't know. It was just a stupid mistake. Because I let him out, Lincoln over, his dog. He got him from me, I mean, through his divorce, it's just, I really looked up to Mike, but then he just got too big, and then he started just treating the little people like shit. But he still needed things, but he just, I should have never even went over there. If you would have met me when I had case, and then, I mean, it wouldn't have happened.
I don't know how I'm gonna tell your daughter.
What?
I don't know how I'm gonna talk to Amanda.
You're just gonna have to call him, tell him that you talked to him, tell him I fucked up. I don't know. I mean, there's nothing else you can tell him. I mean, so many people I let down. I know. Everybody at work.
Over cars and money, all this stupid shit. And that's why I always hated it though, because you have to time consuming me always out there with them cars. I'm just stressing and there's no reason.
Do either of y'all have any questions of me?
I don't know what to do.
Obviously, Brian, your warrant is a no bond warrant. There's no bond on it. He'll be booked into the Escambia County Jail tonight. They'll extradite you back to Escambia County, which is a few counties over. And from there, the legal. Ma'am? Oh, go ahead.
Can you say it again?
Yes, ma'am. He'll be booked into the the Escambia County Jail this evening, and then he'll have court. And since this crime happened in Escambia County, he'll have to be extradited, taken back to Escambia County in the next few days, and then the court process, the legal process, will begin.
Just trying to do what was right. Blew up in my face.
I see you have your wedding ring on. Obviously, they're not going to let you have that in the jail. I don't know if you want to.
I can get it off. I ain't been able to take it off in years. You got some soap or something I can try to.
No, we'll get that handled for you. So that way you can give it to Janice.
And I don't even wear mine in bed.
You want to say your goodbyes?
Can I hug her?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm so sorry, honey. I love you so much. I'm so sorry. But please, take care of June, take care of your parents. And let them help you. And just tell them whatever you gotta do. Take care of yourself. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean.
I'm sorry too, whatever.
It's not your fault. It's just not. I don't know. I don't know.
Sorry.
Alright, Janice, if you want, we'll get out of here for a second. We'll be back in a second. We'll get that ring off for you that way.
Yeah, I just need some just soap or something, lubricant or something to get up. My knuckles are just so swollen.
You ready, Janice? I know you're never ready.
Just do this. Just take June to the airport. Just let her.
I can't.
She's 8 years
my
old.
fault to do. I can't. You gotta quit worrying about everybody else.
I know, but she's 8 years old and she's flying to Japan. She can't miss her flight.
I'll figure it out. Because you don't want me driving right now.
Just don't say nothing. Just not right now. Let her go to Japan and not me. And then they'll figure out. We'll figure out things. No. With accounts and stuff like that, I'll be able to get information to her just so she can. Okay.
Michael has a lot of all that.
What?
Michael has a lot of all that, doesn't he?
He does.
He'll help me. You know, this is
Just let him.
Yeah, you'll be able to talk, all of that. Obviously, you know her phone number. You have it memorized.
Yeah.
And all of that.
So I don't get a hold of it. I don't know. I love you.
I'm sorry, son. Just be strong, please.
Brian Keith Easterling was convicted of first-degree murder and is serving a life sentence in a Florida prison. Be on the lookout for the next video in this series. Again, my name is Mai with Deep Dive True Crime and Mentor Lawyer Justice Network.